So I just left Colter Bay campground. It was a late night getting in, and this morning's probably the first morning where my legs have actually felt really tight and sore. It was a bit of a grind yesterday. That loose gravel it was like 25 kilometers of gravel, like loose, freshly graded gravel, and it added up. My legs were certainly tired from that, and I didn't get into the campground till dark. They were closed already, so I just had to go find a site for the night, which luckily there was one available. And then this morning got up, had a nice big breakfast at the restaurant, edited some video, and now I'm off to Brookes Lake, and hopefully getting closer to Union Pass. We'll just see how the legs feel today. Brookes Lake for sure, nice campground, stayed there last year. Let's just hope it's not 18 degrees or -8 Celsius like it was last year when I woke up the next morning. But weather seems to be different this year, so hoping for good things. So coming out of Colter Bay, that highway is there's a good shoulder, but it's a busy highway, especially I guess as a kickoff to holiday season here in the U.S. The thing that's tricky is you have people pulling these massive trailers who are not necessarily professional drivers, so they don't realize the gust of wind that they create, and it kind of sucks the bike towards them as they go by. So anyways, the one thing I wanted to point out, and I think it's a good practice, is anytime you stop, make sure you have a look around and look behind you to make sure you haven't forgotten anything. It's a good practice because, if you stop, you pull something out of your bag, something might fall out. So, push your bike ahead a couple feet and then look back and see what you see. I've saved a few tent poles that way. But the other thing to do is every once in a while look back, because sometimes you get a great view of the Tetons. And if I hadn't stopped and looked back, I would have missed it. So every once in a while, look back over your shoulder, see what things look like from a different angle. Oh, well, since it's a little later start today, so now I'm into the heat of the day, so every once in a while I just stop in the shade and just cool off for a little bit, because there's a really nice breeze, and I'm fortunate I got a tailwind today, so I don't want to waste it, but got to cool down once in a while, otherwise it gets a little too hot. Well, time to stop and have a little bit of lunch. I get this little bit of shade here, keep the sun off my head. Making fairly good progress. It's not going to be a huge day today, but I had 100 miles yesterday. My legs are still feeling it today, so I'll just do what I can and have a good day.
Do you have to worry about yellow?
Whew. I'm struggling on this climb. It's 13 kilometers, I think it said, from bottom to top. I'm just worrying, is there a way of calling in a slushy or a Slurpee or something like that, because I gotta cool down. Anyways, anytime I find some shade, I'm kind of pulling over and taking a moment to cool off a bit. It's not a long day on the bike, but it's a hot one. So after the climb, you've got I think it's called the Togwotty Hotel. So it's an option. It's pretty popular though, so you might have to make reservations in advance if you're planning on staying there. Anyways, continuing on. Well, I'm I'm really struggling today with the effort. That was a monster climb, and I got to the top of the climb, but now the highway is just kind of undulating, rolling, and so I just decided, I found some shade here at a lookout along the side of the highway, so I'm gonna sit here for a little while and just catch my breath, eat a little something, just chill, because it's early in the day and still, and there's no sense going too deep, emptying the tank. So just gonna chill and rest and see how I feel in a bit. I feel like crap. I think that big day yesterday has caught up with me. Altitude's not helping. Anything over 2,200 meters, I think it's 6,500 feet, it messes with me. Just can't generate any power. I know it comes with altitude, but at some point you'd like to acclimate to it. So there we are, Continental Divide, 9,858 feet. Let's just round it up to 10,000 feet. That was hard getting here. And I know I still have some work left to do because I'm going to turn on Brookes Lake Road here in a moment. I'm going to head to that campground, I think, for the night and just rest my weary bones. So, check in later. So a little while ago, I got caught in a rain rut, quite a deep one. The issue is the light's very flat, so it's hard to actually see the ruts. And I was able to keep the bike upright, like it was almost going down. But in my effort to save it, yeah, sometimes you can kind of hurt yourself more by trying to save it than just let the bike go. Like I jammed my toe and I got a big Charlie horse in the back of my leg. Anyways, I'll be fine, but just yeah, be careful with flat light, and especially around these deep rain ruts up. You're going up near Brookes Lake. It's quite deep. But I also forgot about how high up Brookes Lake campground is. Like, look at how high up we are. I'm not there yet. I got a little bit further to go, and we dropped down a little bit, but it's up at elevation. It's pretty wild.